Imagine going to the doctor and finding out his underwear is crawling with leeches. Welcome to the Victorian era. Victorians weren't just weird, they were Olympic-level weird. From corpse photography to leech lingerie, Victorian weirdness makes TikTok look downright wholesome. If you love bizarre history, hit that like button now. This rabbit hole's only getting darker. Ready to question every ancestor you've ever had? Let's dive into the freak show. Number 10. Vibrators were invented as medical devices. Let's talk about Victorian hysteria. Back then, if a woman felt anxious, irritable, or just had emotions, she was diagnosed with hysteria, basically female existence. The cure? Doctors would manually relieve her symptoms. Yes, in that way. They called it inducing hysterical paroxysm. We call it what it is, a taxpayer-funded orgasm. Eventually, doctors got tired, literally, and someone invented the vibrator. It was sold as a domestic health tool, prescribed by doctors and conveniently used at home. The kicker? Husbands were usually the ones footing the bill. Pro tip: if anyone says vibrators are a modern invention, send them this video and a stern look. Speaking of putting weird things between your legs, how about a leech in your doctor's underwear? Because nothing builds trust like a man treating your cough with swamp creatures he smuggled in his pants. Number 9. Doctors kept leeches in their underwear. Leeches were the miracle cure of the day. Cough, leeches. Sprained ankle, leeches. Existential dread, you guessed it, leeches. Doctors didn't just use them, they wore them. To keep them warm and active, physicians stored leeches in pockets, waistbands, and yes, underwear. They even had leech garters, straps designed to hold squirming bloodsuckers against their thighs. Imagine going in for a checkup and realizing your doctor has a living swamp in his shorts. Trust the science? Maybe not today. Modern medicine has come a long way, mainly by removing pond life from our pants. Number 8. Taking family photos with dead people. Flip through a Victorian photo album and you won't just see awkward smiles. You'll see corpses. They were obsessed with death. So much so, they created an entire genre. Memento mori, Latin for remember you must die. Poetic, right? Families would dress up the deceased, prop them in chairs, even paint their eyelids to look open, then pose the corpse with living family members like it was just another Tuesday. And get this, most of the time, the dead person was the only one in focus, because they were the only one holding still. They even had metal stands to hold up the bodies. Victorian selfie sticks for the afterlife. So yeah, next time you feel awkward at a family reunion, at least it won't involve propping up a corpse next to the potato salad. Still with us? You deserve a medal and a tetanus shot. Number 7. Arsenic wallpaper was killing everyone. Want to be trendy in 1870? Well, you needed emerald green wallpaper. Rich, vibrant, and laced with arsenic. Pigments like Shields green and Paris green were used to dye wallpaper, and they were lethal. In damp Victorian homes, mold interacted with the arsenic and released toxic gases. People literally died just from sitting in a beautifully decorated room. Kids got sick, guests collapsed, and when doctors pointed it out, people shrugged and said, yeah, but it's aesthetic. Even their home decor wanted them dead. Fashionable and fatal. Stick around. What's coming up next might make you never look at your wardrobe the same way again. Number 6. Dresses could spontaneously explode. Meet the crinoline, a giant dome-shaped skirt stretched over metal hoops, basically a fabric tent on stilts. Women loved them. They took up space, made statements, and occasionally turned into fireballs. These skirts were so flammable that even standing too close to a candle could ignite them. And the metal frame, it trapped flames inside, turning fashion into a death trap. One doctor treated over 30 women who literally burst into flames just for wearing the wrong dress near a candle. That's not a wardrobe malfunction, it's a funeral pre-order. So yeah, next time your outfit's a little itchy, be grateful it's not actively trying to cremate you. You've survived the flamethrower dress, congrats. Now reward yourself by turning grandma into earrings. That's right. Nothing says coping well like dangling grandma from your earlobe. Buckle up. We're diving into mourning jewelry. Number 5. Mourning jewelry made from human hair. Think your friendship bracelet is sentimental because it came from Claire's? Victorians took it to the next level, braiding strands of their dead relatives' hair into necklaces, earrings, even full-on headpieces. Let's say Aunt Gertrude passed away. Instead of just mourning, you'd snip some of her locks, twist them into a floral design, pop it into a locket, and wear it to brunch like that's totally normal. And back then, it was normal. Mourning jewelry was classy, elegant, a quiet way to say, this bracelet, oh, it's just my dead husband. Entire catalogues sold these pieces. You'd mail off hair and get a grief accessory in 6 to 8 weeks. One woman even wove her fiancé's hair into her wedding dress. Because nothing says forever like wearing your man's scalp on your big day. Victorian fashion wasn't just bold, it was biohazardous. That's 5 down, 5 to go. If you're still watching, you either love weird history or you've lost faith in humanity. Either way, buckle up. After turning your dead fiancé into jewelry, what's next? A spa day? A little self-care? Sure, if by self-care you mean shoving a live eel up your bum in the name of medicine. Strap in, or don't. It's time for Victorian wellness unfiltered. Number 4. Mummy unwrapping parties were all the rage. You show up to a dinner party expecting finger foods. Instead, you get finger bones. Victorians loved throwing mummy unwrapping parties. Wealthy hosts would import actual Egyptian mummies, then unwrap them in front of giggling guests like ancient birthday gifts. Scholars would peel back the linen while guests sipped sherry. Sometimes they'd even pass around bones as party favors. Oh, and some doctors ground up mummy dust and sold it as medicine. Yes, Victorians snorted pharaohs. Next time someone says they were a classy bunch, remind them they were out there desecrating tombs with wine in hand. After snorting dead pharaohs at dinner parties, the Victorians asked themselves, how can we top this? Easy. Chug radioactive water like it's a wellness shot. Because when you've had your fill of mummy dust hors d'oeuvres, nothing pairs better than a glowing glass of nuclear juice. Number 3. Eel enemas were a real thing. Feeling backed up? Victorians had just the solution. Insert live eels into your rectum. This wasn't a joke. It was a legit folk remedy. People believed eels would wiggle around, stimulate the bowels, and clear blockages. Some even thought the slime was medicinal. No anesthesia, no shame, just you, your dignity, and a slippery noodle with trust issues. Victorian wellness. Because nothing says detox like shoving seafood into your digestive tract backwards. If this is your first time hearing about eel enemas, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You've earned it. Number 2. They drank radium for health. In the late 1800s, radium was all the rage. It glowed, looked futuristic, and because Victorians had no chill, they bottled it and drank it like it was liquid youth. And because why stop at drinks, they slathered it on their faces, brushed with it, wore it, and called it self-care. One man, Aben Byers, drank several bottles a day until his jaw literally disintegrated. His official cause of death? Radium jaw. But hey, he lit up every room he entered, literally. After guzzling glow-in-the-dark water and accessorizing with your dead relatives, it only makes sense to finish strong, with dental care straight out of a construction site. Because if the dresses didn't kill you and the eels didn't break you, the toothpaste definitely finished the job. Number 1. Toothpaste was made of brick dust and soot. Victorian dental care was less crest, more gravel pit. Their toothpaste, brick dust, charcoal and vinegar. Basically sidewalk seasoning with a hint of mint if you were lucky. It didn't clean your teeth, it sandblasted them. Toothaches, forget treatment, you just pulled the tooth out. Dentists often doubled as barbers, so the same guy giving you a fade might also yank your molars out with pliers. No anesthesia, just a leather strap and good aim. If you survived exploding dresses, radioactive drinks and eel enemas, congratulations. Your reward is a mouthful of powdered bricks and gum disease. And if the guy pulling your teeth also gave you a haircut and possibly tetanus, yeah, you were probably Victorian. If your jaw's still intact after all that, hit like, unlike poor Aben Byers. So, which of these Victorian horrors wins the gold medal for unhinged? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more historical madness you won't believe actually happened. Next up, check out this video here to keep the weirdness rolling.